Hi everyone, it's Fiona from Lavender Blue, and I'm back today with a little craft along video. I ran out of the little metal book plates, and I like to have some sort of a little book plate on my journals sometimes. So I was been looking around on YouTube at different tutorials to see how I could make my own book plates, and I came across a video by I can't remember her name, but her channel is Treasure Books, and she has some lovely journals and some really good ideas. And so I thought I would try out some of her little book plates that she made and make a little video so you can see how I made them. I'm going to be doing some Christmassy ones, and while I'm here, I actually had a little bit of an op shop haul yesterday with a few Christmassy things, so I might just show you them as well while I'm here. Just a second, I just need to get a couple of books. I'm always disorganised when I do a video, sorry about that. Okay, so I managed to find a couple of books, and this is a little golden book, and it's called The Animals Christmas Eve. So I thought that was really great, and I think what I'll do with this one is I'll definitely turn it into a altered little golden book and use the cover in an actual journal as a journal cover, and I might film my process when I do that one too, so you can see how to alter a little golden book. And then I found this one, and it's full of Christmas comic posters, and so every page has like they're vintage comics, and they're all to do with Christmas. Every single page has a different comic, and then it has a little written up bit here about it, about who the artist is, and like when the comic came out. Like this one is from a woman's magazine on 29th of October 1898. So yeah, they're very vintagey. Obviously not the real thing, but an image of them. So these are going to make really gorgeous pages for some of my Christmas journals. And I was thinking I might even put some of these pages in my Etsy, maybe make up some little Christmas packs that you can use and include some of these. So that was another thing that I found. And then I found this beautiful ribbon here. I got some buttons, which I managed to find. There's quite a lot of, I've got out some red and white buttons here for these little things that I'm going to make. And I also found some fabrics. This actually was a table runner, and it's kind of burlap-ish with this red tinsley stuff on the top, so that'll be great for journal covers. And then I found this kind of more of a tulle silky fabric, and it's got these beautiful snowflakes, silvery shimmery snowflakes on there. I'm sure I found a couple of other things, but I can't remember what they were. But yeah, no, that's I think that's it. Oh, and I found this little not sure where that came from, but just another little Christmassy thing there. So that was my little bit of my Christmas haul from yesterday. Okay, so what I've started off with is I've got some craft cardstock that I've just cut into these little squares. I've done a few of them. You can use your, cereal boxes, whatever you like, because we're going to be covering these with fabric. And I haven't really measured, I just sort of cut it into strips and then cut it evenly into, the size of a square that I thought would fit on most journals. So it's just over 3 inches by 2 inches. So what I'm going to do first is decide on the fabric that I want to cover this with. So I thought for one of them I would use this. So I'm just going to cut a square out of this one. Where's my scissors? I had them. I did have them here. 1 second, sorry. I found my scissors. Okay, so I'm just going to find an end. Find the end. And obviously don't need very much. So I'm just going to cut that little point off to start off with. Okay. Then I'm going to put I want the stripes going across. This little tassel would be handy too. Just going to, wonder if I can just pull that off without. There we go. Put that aside for something else. So I'm just going to put my cardboard on top of here and then, leaving a little bit all the way around and cut around it. I need to go in away from those folded edges. They might be a bit thick to glue down. So just a little bit, might be about, not even a centimetre. Let's say 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Like that. And because even though it's see-through, because this is the craft colour, it's going to be fine. You're not going to be able to see through it. Well, it's matching, so. And for the other one, I'm going to use a little piece of calico. So it's going to be more of a whitish theme. So I'm just going to cut a square off this fabric that I've got. And put this on. Excuse me for a sec, my oven just went off. That's going to hold there now. So the next step is to decorate these with some other kind of fibres, lace or ribbon, whatever you like. So I'm going to use some snippets of lace. I have a few different So this one's going to be kind of more of a wintry, this one's going to be more traditional colours. I'm just going to cut off little bits and like put them where I think I want to put them. Maybe a little bit of burlap somewhere. I think burlap's always kind of Christmassy too. This one. That there. And with this one, I want to put a little bit of blue, this beautiful blue fabric somewhere. Just might even just kind of put it behind the whole lot there. So put that on there so you can see that little snowflake. And this little snippet there, on there. I think that looks quite nice on that one. Not sure about the burlap. But I'm also going to add a button. You can add a flower. I'm going to add a button up there. What else? Probably should have got some white lace, really. Let me see, I've got this bit of red here. Could maybe add a little touch of red. A little touch of red on this one. About. Yeah. That just adds something. And this one here, it's a bit of burlap, but it's going to have a little red button on there. There. And what else shall I? I don't have any little Christmassy charms, unfortunately. I was thinking I could hang little charms off it if I wanted to. Yeah, so I'm just going to stick those on there like that as a, this is just a background for our little tag that goes across. And all I'm going to do is glue them down. They just add something. It's the, you know, the layering effect. And I mean, you don't have to have it straight like I've got it. I'm just making it a little bit easier to do with my glue. But if I was going to stitch it down, I'd probably, you know, do some, maybe crumple it up a little bit, do a little bit of, what do you call it, gathering, or, you know, make it a bit frilly or whatever, and then pin it in place. But I'm just going to glue these down, so let's do this. Let's see how much more glue we can get on our fingers. Put the glue on here. Just a few dots to hold it in place. I don't really want to glue it down flat. I want it to look more dimensional, like that. And this one I had going that way, and I think I want it this way. You could always add some lace around the edges as well if you wanted to do it like that. Sure which way up? Oh, this way. Hang it over the edge just a little bit. This little bit here, I wanted to sort of scrunch it. Like that. So I'm not sure what you call this. I think it's, well, it's kind of collaging but with fabric. I guess you call them, I think, snippets, little snippets of fibre art, fabric art. But whatever you call it, it's fun and it's cute. Again, it's sticking to my finger, not to the fabric. There we go. So I'm just deciding where I want the button, whether I want it down there or up here. I think it's going to go down here. Yeah. It's going to go down here. And normally I would probably sew that on, but I think I'm just going to glue that down with some Glossy Accents because that's a really strong glue. I'll just start doing this one. Few dots there. Just a little Christmas tree one. Actually, it can go overlap that one. Then the burlap. So I'm just going to go and get my Glossy Accents. If you haven't seen Glossy Accents, it is a dimensional medium. So when it dries, if you put it on something, it kind of stays like that, like in a bead. So it'll dry when it dries really hard and clear. So you can use it to make things three-dimensional, but it also is a really good glue. That's why I like to use it for things like this. And I haven't used it for a while, so the lid's a little bit stuck. Okay. Sometimes I have to re-poke a hole in the top of it. My pokey tool. Okay, so let's get some of this onto here. takes a little while to dry, but once it's dry, it's dry. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay, so that's my little embellishments. And I need to just wait for these to dry. Okay, so these are dry and I'm ready to do the next bit. So I was thinking about what colour paper or card I wanted to use to back my actual little book plate onto. And I was going to use this craft cardstock, but I don't think the colours is probably alright on this one. But on this one I wanted something different, and I found an old file folder, a manila file folder, and so I thought this colour would probably look good on both of them. So I'm just going to cut some of this off. And then I've printed out my word sheet that I actually have this in my Etsy shop. Yeah, I didn't realise I already had some bits printed here, so I've printed it out again. So there's different words that you can put on the front of your journal or inside your journal if you want to. Yeah, so I'm just deciding which one I think I'll use. I do have another sheet also in my shop with just the word journal in different fonts, and it sort of has a little book plate shape, but I'm not going to use that for this one, but you can use those as well. So on one of them I might use the word journal. Maybe and the other one I might use the word holiday. Got holiday here. Not sure what size I'm going to cut that just yet. I'm just going to cut it in a strip. And then I might use this one. Looks kind of Christmassy somehow. I'm just hoping it's not going to be too big. First I want to decide how big I want the backing cardstock to be. I don't want it too small, and then I don't want it too big so that it covers up all of my background either. Treasure Books, on her channel, she did it slightly different. She used was it book pages, or she either used book pages or music sheet pages as a backing, and then she put her little square plate on the top. But I think I'm going to use the manila as my backing and then stick the word on the top of that. Yeah, so the word I'm going to cut fairly close to the border of the word. Just trying to keep that straight. Like that. And then it'll be inked up as well and stitched around. So it won't be so stark white like this. And of course you could use a bit of tea dyed paper. Could have printed it onto tea dyed paper. And I need to leave space on either side to put brads in there. I'm just eyeballing this. I'm not always a measurer, not usually a measurer. Bottom is straightish, top needs straightening up a little bit, and this side, probably should use my cutting mat to guide me, but it needs cutting off here. And yep, I think that's straight enough now. So what I'm going to do is ink these up. This one will sit on here like that. And this one, let's cut out the word. Figuring out roughly where I want it to sit, so cut this off a little bit. I hope I'm still in frame. Sorry if I went out of the camera then. Go straight. The bottom's not too bad, but the top. Okay, so I think that one will sit on there like that. Yes. So let's ink around these first. Got my walnut stained distress ink. And my little makeup tool that I use for inking. Find it really handy. We want to darken this up a little, make it look a little bit vintage, because everything else has got a vintagey, or you know, it's not stark white. Same with this. There. Well, the next thing I'll do is I'll just glue these onto here, onto the cardboard, and then I'm going to stitch this onto the front. So, just glue around here. Make sure I center that. And I've still got room either side to put my little brads in, because I'll be putting a brad there and there for decoration, or to hold it onto here. But first of all, I'm just going to stitch around the edge to put a bit of decoration there. So mine is a little bit different to how the other lady did hers, but very similar. Okay, so I'm just going to go to my sewing machine and sew around these, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back and I've sewn around my little squares, but I actually changed my mind on how I sewed them. I was going to just sew around the actual paper, but not sew it to the surface. But I've changed my mind, and I actually zigzagged all the way around, but actually I've sewn it onto this, and I think it looks nice like that. And just a little tip, before you sew around this, if you're sewing it onto here, don't put your button on until after you've sewn it, otherwise it'll get in the way. And that's that one there. And the last thing to do now is just to put some brads in here and here for a bit of decoration. So I've got some little mini brads here. Two for each. I'm sure you know how to put brads in, but I'll just do it quickly. You can see what it looks like. So I'm just going to get my pokey tool, I think it's called an awl, A-W-L, awl, and make sure the hole is centered sort of between here and here, and in the middle there. Just poking that all the way through. Another one on this side. put this one in. And this one in. And I think that looks really nice. It just adds a little something, a little bit of bling, a little bit of decoration. You know, if you have different coloured ones, like red ones or gold, that would probably look even nicer. We just do them up at the back, or open them up at the back. Make sure they're secure. So that's that one done. This one. This could also be like a little little card inside your journal if you wanted it to be, or even a pocket, little decoration. You could always cover up the back with another piece of fabric or card and fabric if you wanted to use it for something else. But whoops, that's the wrong side. But it's a really great little book plate, I think. So that's all we needed to do. I've got a little journal here that I'll just quickly show you what that would look like on the journal. Yeah, it's very pretty. It's really nice. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of making your own, well, craft along of making your own little book plates. I will link my word printables below, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please like and subscribe if you like what you see, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.